Have you ever felt completely drained from seeking everyone's approval but your own? That feeling, that emptiness is what we're leaving behind. Welcome to the Soul First podcast. I am Ivy, and this is the space where we learn to stand tall in our truth, nurture our spirits, and find our power through self love and spiritual resilience. I am so incredibly grateful you're here for this very first episode. That teaser question is not rhetorical. I ask because I lived it and I am willing to bet you have too, right? And let me just tell you a quick story, and it's about my own life. There was a period I call the Great Burnout. I was a yes girl because I wanted to be seen, and I am that person who always showed up, even I was running on empty. My sense of worth was like a report card filled out by everyone else. And for a while, it felt good. The A plus in performance, the gold star in academics. But slowly, the energy required to maintain those grades became unsustainable. And I remember one specific day, I am in front of my desk, utterly exhausted. And that is from all the attention gathering. And I thought I haven't done a single thing that day for me. And my entire day, my entire life was just a performance for an audience I couldn't even see. Yes, I was a star player in my own life, but I was bench. That center character who had completely written herself out of the script. And that was the moment I realized I was at the center of everyone's universe but my own. And that is the most draining place to be. This need for an approval is a trap because it feels like connection, but it's actually a leak in our spiritual energy. We are pouring from a cup that we never bothered to fill. So, how do we stop the leak? How do we reclaim that energy and put ourselves back at the center of our own universe? It starts with small, deliberate acts of rebellion against that people pleasing instinct. And I want to give you three actionable steps you can take immediately. Step one, the intentional pause. The next time someone asks you for something, a favor, your time, your energy, before you automatically say yes, create a pause. You can simply say, let me check my calendar and get back to you. Or, I need to think about that. This tiny space between the request and your response is where your power lives. It's the moment you take back the choice. It's your consulting yourself first. Step two, identify the why. In a quiet moment, ask yourself, whose approval was I seeking when I said yes? Was it your boss, your parent, your friends? Just naming it, bring it from the shadows into the light, rubs it of its power. You realize you're making choices for them and not for you. Step 3, one act of sovereign self love. So, for this week, I want you to do one thing purely because it brings you joy, not because it's productive, not because it will impress someone, not because it's on your to do list. It could be a 5 minute of sitting in silence with your coffee, reading a book for fun, taking a long walk without your phone. Just one small act that signals to your soul, my desires matter. My joy is my priority. So, let's take a recap on our key takeaways for today. Number one, seeking external approval is a major drain on your spiritual and emotional energy. It pulls you out of your own center. Number two, your power is reclaimed in the pause between a request and your response. That is where your choice lies. And number three, this isn't about becoming selfish. It's about becoming sovereign. You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's why feeling your own is the first and most necessary step. And so, my friends, this journey we're starting today, it goes so much deeper. The story I've shared was just a glimpse into a much longer journey of transformation, a journey I've detailed in a guided resource I've been working on. It's designed to walk you step by step from that feeling of exhaustion to a place of unshakable internal power. To be the first to know when it's available, make sure you're subscribed to the email list on my blog. Just go to thesoulfirst2.wordpress.com and sign up. You'll also get updates on new podcast episodes and exclusive blog content that expands on these ideas. You can also follow me in TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube under at IVM Sosa 76, while my Facebook account is under iv.m.sosa. If this first episode resonated with you, please share it with one person you think might need to hear it. Subscribe to The Soul First on whatever podcast app you're using. And thank you so much for listening. And remember, your validation is the only one that counts. Put your soul first.
Like the sunrise breaking through the haze, you've colored my life in golden rays. A spark so pure, it feels brand new. Every moment I'm drawn to you. The world awakens when you're near. With every word, it's crystal clear. This is the start of something real. A love so bright it makes me feel first light. You're my dawn, a brand